Hi, this is second part of Lecture 16 recording, Integrated Marketing Communications. This is Mamurjan Rahimov at Webster University in Tashkent. So we are talking about different types of um, communication, promotions. So certain types of promotional efforts aim to identify customers who are interested in the firm's products and are likely potential buyers. For example, TV advertisements or website advertisements may encourage people to call, to come, or to send emails, to send a message. So that helps company identify who is interested. Another purpose of a promotion is retaining loyal customers. So the primary goal of marketing is to maintain long-term customer relationships. This is foundation of marketing, right? This is chapter one, remember? So keeping current customers is less costly than acquiring new customers. That companies in developed countries have realized this one. So some of the retention techniques are frequent user programs. So for example, loyalty cards, special offers for existing customers like membership clubs, special deals. So for retaining customers, you have to listen to them really well, um, listen to the feedback, uh, have loyalty programs to reward most valued customers, have e-communications, conduct interactive promotions among customers, events, client appreciation programs, special invitation to special events like New Year's, corporate celebrations. You could invite your top clients, top partners. So currently, Uzbekistan is under quarantine. Uh, we call it here self-isolation. And during this self-isolation, we are continuing. Before the quarantine, we started business courses and seminars for uh, young entrepreneurs from Fergana Valley, and I did the first training right before the quarantine was uh, started. But in order to to retain customers, we are conducting free webinars like this one. So recently, uh, I conducted a few days ago. Actually, I conducted. It was actually about advertising, the role of advertising in business. And this Friday, we have another webinar planned. We are inviting an American expert who is going to speak about business etiquette in Uzbek language. So promotions are necessary to facilitate reseller support. So strong relationships with resellers are important to an organization. Ability to maintain a sustainable competitive advantage. So by resellers, we mean wholesalers or retailers. So various promotional methods help achieve this goal. So resellers view promotion as a form of support. Share promotional expense. So you can share some of the promotional expense with resellers. Special offers, buying allowances could be used in order to keep the resellers interested. Also, you may combat promotional efforts. So promotional activities may aim to offset or lessen the effect of competitors' promotional and marketing activities. This type of promotional activity doesn't necessarily increase sales or market share, but you have to react, to your competitors' activities. So a combative promotional objective is used most often by firms in highly competitive consumer markets. For example, luxury European cars. Recently, BMW celebrated 100-year anniversary for its establishment, And Mercedes-Benz, its arch rival, congratulated by posters and newspaper inserts, uh, saying in different languages, in different newspapers and magazines, by putting the BMW grill in the black background and saying, "Thank you for 100 years of competition. The previous 30 years were actually a bit boring," kind of implying that we have a longer history than you do. You have to grow up, kind of hint. So this is also, they're in a very competitive market. So for every advertising they make, or at every opportunity they attack each other. And if you look at YouTube, if you look up on YouTube, you can find out that BMW they counterattacked after a little bit when the president of Mercedes-Benz retired. He actually retired. So they made a video of him uh, leaving the office and coming back to his home, and then in the final scene he goes into his garage and drives out in a sporty BMW. So that's just amazing video. Please find it on YouTube. So you can search by saying uh, BMW ad advertising, Mercedes-Benz CEO leaving his position. Also, promotions can help reduce sales fluctuations. Business cannot operate at peak efficiency when sales fluctuate widely. So, because of holidays and seasonal products, so promotional activities are often designed to stimulate sales during slumps. By giving special discounts, points, having events. For example, recently, we have a large in Tashkent. We have a large super actually mall, Samarkand Darvaza, and they celebrated a couple of years ago already. They celebrated their uh, 5 years anniversary. So it's they celebrate anniversary, and they invited everyone whose birthday was on that date with a passport to come and get a special coupon which could be used inside the mall. And I went there with my kids because my birthday was on their anniversary day, and we did a lot of shopping, and we used the coupon very gladly, and we got a nice deal in the shops. So the four possible elements of a promotion mix, right? These are the uh, elements which you have to integrate with each other, but then this promotion P has to be integrated with the rest of the four P's and beyond. Okay? So advertising, personal selling, public relations, and sales promotion. So promotion mix is a combination of promotional methods used to promote a specific product. We have a separate topic on advertising, but here we're going to talk about it briefly, some of the advantages and disadvantages. So, advantages of advertising are cost efficient when it reaches a vast number of people at a low cost per person. It lets the source repeat the message several times, and visibility gained from advertising can enhance firm's image. And some of the disadvantages of advertising are absolute dollar outlay is high, rarely provides rapid feedback, difficult to measure its effect on sales, less persuasive than personal selling, and generally limited time exposure. Like usually, TV ad is like 30 seconds or less. Now, personal selling is a paid personal communications that seeks to inform customers and persuade them to purchase products in exchange situation. Advantages are its more specific form of advertising, has greater impact on consumers, provides immediate feedback, but limitations are it's expensive because you have to hire skilled personnel, you have to invest in their training. It's labor intensive and time consuming. For example, car salesmen, they're really good at their jobs and they undergo intensive training and they're, customers, people in America, they actually, most of them, they dislike or even hate car salesmen because they're a bit pushy and aggressive. So we can subdivide communication into several types. For example, body language, communicating through movements of head, eyes, arms, hands, and legs or torso are used. Proxemic communication, communicating by varying the physical distance between two parties in face-to-face interactions. And tactile communication, communication through touching, like, shaking hands or pat on the shoulder, like that. So that communication may be used in personal selling. Public relations also, we're gonna discuss it in more detail in the upcoming uh, chapters. But here we briefly define public relations as a broad set of communication efforts used to create, maintain favorable relationships between organization and stakeholders. So publicity is a non-personal communication and a news story form about an organization, its products, or both. So pretty much the company is not paying for broadcasting. It's transmitted through a mass medium at no charge. So public relations should be viewed as an ongoing program during crisis and good times. So not only during good times. So even your response in the bad times should be part of your PR campaign. Now, not that long ago, uh, Elon Musk launched his SpaceX rocket to Mars, and he put his red Tesla car inside as a weight to fill the rocket, right? So that was a great PR for his car as the most advanced car on Earth. So that was a very nice PR move. So that was publicity, right? So um, companies they carry out public relations through their annual reports, brochures, event sponsorships, sponsorship of socially responsible programs, press releases, conferences, and feature articles in different magazines. And sales promotion, of course, which is getting very popular in Uzbekistan year after year, primarily thanks to very intensifying competition. So some of the types of sales promotion are free samples, games, rebates, sweepstakes, contests, premiums, and coupons. The difference between contests and sweepstakes is that in sweepstakes you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do any effort. In contest you may have to buy, you have to do something, you have to participate in some kind of physical or mental activity to win a prize. But sweepstakes is more like random. You can become 1,000th customer that day or 1 millionth customer buyer of that product, and you may win some prize. So here's a screenshot of one of the drinks, I think wild and free drink in Uzbekistan. So they are offering so many cars as a prize. So Here's a diagram showing the selection of promotion mix elements. So you have to look at resources, objectives, and policies while selecting the promotion mix elements. Characteristics of the target market. So maybe not all of the elements of promotion mix may apply or be effective for your target market. For example, if your customers, if your particular customers are mostly offline, then it doesn't worth having an online campaign. Uh, Characteristics of the product as well, cost and availability of promotional methods, push and pull channel policies. So the size of an organization's promotion budget affects the number and intensity of promotional methods used, of course. A company's objectives and policies influence the types of promotion used. Crucial elements of the target market are the size, often drives what promotional elements are chosen. Small target markets often rely on personal selling. So, for example, in B2B, if you only have few potential buyers, then it's better to have highly trained salespeople visit those customers in their offices or wherever they find it convenient. Geographic distribution, if it's dispersed, uh, then companies often rely heavily on advertising, which can reach large area at low cost. And demographic characteristics, age, income, education will affect consumers' media consumption patterns and are important in considerations when developing the promotion mix. So business products in B2B product, they concentrate on personal selling and sales promotion. Consumer products concentrate on advertising, personal selling, and public relations. And of course, product price is an important factor in all of those. For example, you might have a convenience good which you want to advertise, but it may be too expensive to advertise to your particular clients. And by now you already know about product life cycle. So at different stages of product life cycle, certain promotional tools, certain promotion mix may be more effective. So for example, in introduction, advertising plus personal selling and sales promotion would be effective in generating awareness. Distribution intensity of the product as well are important in choosing promotion mix. So if it is uh, for intensive distribution, then advertising and sales promotion would be very effective. If it's selective distribution, promotion mix may vary case by case, but if you are distributing a product exclusively, then it's better to invest more in personal selling, which this Lexus exclusive dealer does. You know, they have highly trained salespeople which can answer any questions about Lexus, can take you out for a test drive, and take care of you in a great way. And of course, cost and availability of promotional methods play a great role. So national advertising and sales promotion have higher expense but low cost per individual customer. International promotion has its big challenges because it can be very difficult because of lack of promotional channels in certain countries. For example, in Uzbekistan, internet penetration is still very low, and even though you could, target them on Telegram, but playing for, full-size videos and high definition photos online would be challenging for a lot of most people actually. So personal selling is dependent on recruiting and hiring qualified salespeople, which are always in high demand. Um, you're probably familiar with push versus pull policy, and I think it's better explained in this diagram. So in the push policy, every member of the chain, value chain, they just push it to the next in the chain, right? In the pull strategy, the producer would directly target consumer who would pull the product through the value chain. So, for example, if you this advertising of this is actually the sticker symbol of the longest running. I'm talking about Intel Inside sticker is the symbol of one of the longest running pull strategies, promotional strategies. So Intel switched from push strategy to pull strategy by directly targeting consumers and promoting the superiority of their products if they're installed in the computer. So when consumers go to the shop, they ask for laptops with the Intel processor inside, and retailers ask that wholesalers to provide such laptops, and wholesalers have to order such laptops from producers. So as a result, Intel gets to sell more chips, computer chips. Okay. Grow Word of mouth has always been important, but lately, electronic word of mouth has made it even more important. People leaving comments and recommending products to each other are, becoming, uh, more popular. There are different forms of word of mouth communication. Uh, Buzz marketing is an attempt to incite publicity and public excitement surrounding a product through a creative event. And viral marketing, you probably have seen a lot of viral marketing advertising, a strategy to get consumers to share a marketer's message because it's funny, cool in some way, and that way a company doesn't have to spend a lot of money to broadcast. And product placement is becoming one of the most effective undercover advertisement methods where your products and services could be placed in movies and shows which are very popular and pass through consumers' radar into their minds. For example, you probably watched Truman Show starring Jim Carrey, right? This guy here, where so many products, the whole life was actually product placement. Everything which was in Truman's world was for advertising, for promoting. So that's why, there are some criticism and defenses of promotion. So is promotion deceptive? Some promotion is deceptive, maybe, but not all promotion should be condemned. Laws, government regulation, industry self-regulation have helped decrease deceptive promotion. Does promotion increase prices? If promotion is working to stimulate demand, producing and marketing larger quantities can actually help reduce prices. So in one way, you could say that you have to, if you're spending a lot on advertising, you have to recover somehow and that cost. So you have to increase prices. But if you look from demand side, greater demand actually decreases the cost of product, and they may turn out to be cheaper than you expected. Does promotion create needs? That's a big question. My marketing professor, actually, he's from India. I studied marketing in US, and my marketing professor, my professor of foundation of marketing, he told us a story how he was leaving India to study in the US, and his father said, "What are you going to study?" And my marketing professor, Professor Anil Menon of Emory University, he at that time just freshman at American University. he told his father that he was going to study marketing, and the father replied that, so you're going to make people buy what they don't need. So that's a widespread idea about marketing among people. But marketing does not create needs, but makes consumers aware of needs they already have. Because needs are innate, right? They're hardwired. So does promotion encourage materialism? So marketers assert that values are instilled at home, and promotion does not change people into materialistic consumers. So it's in defense of marketing. So some more criticism and defenses of promotion. So does promotion help customers without costing too much? So promotion informs customers about a product's uses, features, advantages, prices, and purchase locations, so saving them time and money. So through promotion, we become more informed, so we are more likely to make correct decisions. Should potentially harmful products be promoted, like cigarettes, right? So they're, even cigarette companies, they think they're just, letting people make their own choices. So defenders argue that as long as it is legal to sell a product, promoting it should also be allowed in some way. So even cigarette companies, you might say that promotion of them is uh, prohibited, but yes, broadcasting of cigarette advertising is prohibited, but they can have point of sale, right? They inside supermarkets where the cigarettes are sold. The best displays belong to cigarette companies. Please pay attention next time. So thank you very much for your attention. I'm including here some of my emails. Please email me with any questions. I'll try to answer you within 24 hours as much as I can. See you in next class.